Hi, I'm Joe Revita from Empire Music and EmpireMusic.com in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And today, I'm here with a Martin 0028. 0028 is one of the more famous Martin guitars. And I'm going to go through all the specs and tell you why, and why it's deserving to be such a famous guitar. If you check out this guitar right at EmpireMusic.com, you'll see photos of the specific thing. You can always call us, 412-343-5299. You can chat with us on the site. You can call or text me, 412-915-7118. We're here to hook you up. We do full factory setups on everything we sell, so we make sure the guitar is ready to play, whether you pick it up in store or we deliver it. Now, the 0028. What do we know about this guitar that's obvious? Well, solid spruce top, solid rosewood back and sides, an orchestra body style or 000 body style, and it's hand built. Martin really has been highlighting again that these are built by hand, and that never really changed. It's just the bracing is done by hand. So many parts of this, the finishing is all done by hand. So many parts of this guitar are done by hand to maximize the specific instrument. And that's really, really important because when we want a premium guitar, we want to make sure we don't just get an okay one, we get the best version it can be. And I think this guitar represents that really, really well. 000 body styles are great because of their comfort, right? They're very, very comfortable. If you see our videos that have dreadnought body shapes in them, they're a little bit bulkier. Now those guitars will be louder, there's no doubt about it, and more boastful. This guitar though, in this shape, will be more comfortable to hold. It'll be more focused and more responsive. Since the size of the guitar isn't as big, the strings create the top vibration much faster, creating more sound more quickly. Why is that important? Well, in the intro, I played just a delicate little bit, and the guitar sings really easily. It just gives you tons of tone, and it sounds more, I think, mature or more closest to its capabilities in a lighter attack than a bigger guitar will. Typically speaking, when you have a bigger guitar, they sound better when you play them a little heavier through a harder attack because you finally get the top moving. Here, you're gonna feel the top moving right away. Design-wise, this has X-brace, which is traditional for Martin guitars, right? They invented the X-brace in a modern guitar. And this is 5/16 inch thick, and it's scalloped. So bracing can be a single plank of wood, or it can be hand carved in like waves, and that allows the top to vibrate more, and that's what is done on this guitar. And that's important because two things. It allows for the instrument to be kind of tuned by the luthier. When they're touching this top has different density than the next top that they work on, and there's going to be slight differences between every piece of wood on earth, right? Well, this will allow them to keep consistency because they're able to make sure that they brace the guitar to make sure it sings like it's supposed to. It also allows the top just to vibrate faster, and that's why it's nice because on an instrument like this, obviously, it's going to be able to be strummed, and I'm going to show you its headroom. It's pretty impressive, but you're buying this for its ability to do fingerstyle or light medium strumming for singer-songwriter type things like that, individual picking. You want those notes to be very, very boastful without that much work. You don't play a delicate fingerstyle piece by clawing the strings off to make the top vibrate. That doesn't make any sense. So the bracing structure on this is really, really important. You can see super premium woods, East Indian rosewood. Then we obviously have mahogany neck, ebony fretboard and bridge, Grover vintage style tuners, herringbone style top inlay. Just a really beautiful classic guitar. Now, if you play many guitars out there from Martin, the Dreadnoughts, or if you played an OM, there's gonna be a difference here in the feel. The 000 body shape has a shorter scale design of 24.9 inches. So from here to here is 24.9 inches. Whereas on the Dreadnought models, or the OM body shape, now the OM is the same exact body style as this. The only difference really with it is that the longer scale, 25.5. What happens when we have a longer scale? The sound gets a little brighter because the strings are pulled farther away, longer, and tighter. And those guitars are a little bit harder to push down the strings. Whereas with a short scale, since the string isn't pulled as far or as tight, it's easier to depress the strings. That also allows for a bassier tone. So that's why the 0028 is so popular, because you get a rosewood body style, which has extra bass, right? Some compressed mids, nice sparkly top end. Then you get a little bit more warmth by going with a little bit more bass response by going with a little bit shorter scale. But with this style guitar, in the terms of the body shape, we get tons of mids still, so we don't end up being out of whack when we strum chords. We don't sound so bassy or so trebly that the mids get hidden. These mids are gonna be really, really present. So let's check out just kind of like what the guitar can do headroom wise, and see, you'll hear the response and how really clean the mids are, but how well it can still be strummed. A really impressive dynamic range. The light playing comes through easily. I mean, just really a lot of body. And I find that to be extra special for the top end of the guitar, because the top end of the guitar can naturally sound a little tinny sometimes if the guitar isn't braced right, the construction isn't good, the quality of wood is subpar. Here you don't have any of that, so while you have a nice crystal clear top end, it still has body. But then you get to the bottom of the guitar and you're playing those bass notes, what I like is it kind of feels almost like a kick drum, right? It's not as big and bellowy, and kind of the signal doesn't feel as wide as a Dreadnought, where it's kind of can be a little bit more thuddy. Here, more concise. So when you're doing walking bass lines or you're strumming bar chords, you're gonna have that nice tight focus. It's super present in there, but it's not overwhelming, and that's important. I think that's a really, really important feature. Feel-wise, the guitar feels great because we have a 1 3/4 inch nut width, which gives us plenty of string spacing. Again, we have that short scale. We have modified low oval neck shape with a performance taper, so a really sleek neck. Very, very comfortable. Now, let's talk about kind of the middle of the guitar, because this is another part of instruments that I think is super important, sometimes overlooked. Rosewood has extra bass, extra treble, compressed mids, like this guitar. So let's find out if the mids are still present, because we don't want them to be disappearing. Let's check it out. Great sustain. The mids are really great. I mean, they're just articulate. You can hear them there. They're very, very present and super balanced. I think the overall guitar sounds really lush. The top end, again, has that beautiful kind of like grand piano-like top end, very bell-like, but still full of body. And that bottom end gets you just right where you need it. It's gonna be thumpy and available for the player to be used, but again, not gonna be overpowering. So what I want you to know about the Martin 0028. Standard series guitar, dovetail neck, hand-built in our home state of Pennsylvania. This guitar has solid Sitka spruce top, solid East Indian rosewood back and sides, ebony fretboard, ebony bridge, short scale design, and 5/16 inch hand scallop bracing. Now, if you can't remember all that, don't sweat it. We're here to hook you up. Call myself, Todd, or Anthony Jordan, 412-343-5299. Go right to empiremusic.com. We've been chosen just one of 25 Martin custom expert dealers. So we're custom shop expert dealers. So if you like that type of stuff, we're gonna be there for you. But it's because we give you an amazing experience no matter what Martin guitar you select. So if you go to empiremusic.com and you see the exact guitar you like, you'll see the exact photos. We'll make sure we get you the setup exactly to factory spec before we ship it or you pick it up in store. So we're gonna make sure this is an amazing experience and you get the best possible guitar you can get. The Martin 0028 should be in your collection because you're looking for something that gives you warmth, response, and a very comfortable feel without giving up big tone. So I'm Joe from Empire Music, empiremusic.com. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a call if you have any questions about this guitar or anything else in our collection. This is the Martin 0028. Thanks for watching.